So this is a 2015 Challenger. This is the one with the non-working flap for the AC unit, the central unit, the HVAC, which is this unit right here. See what the car was doing is like the car wasn't blowing as much air on the driver's side as it was blowing on the passenger side. Also, the air was warmer on the driver's side. So I think he changed the actuator or whatever. I was gonna change the actuator, but then I took it apart, and then the actuator was just fine. So I stick my camera through there, and then I can see the flap wouldn't open on this side. It wasn't working as it was on the other one. But there's a flap behind this one. There's a flap inside there that it goes from hot to cold. Uh, the flap on the driver's side like this, it was loosened. What happens? It had to come off the guide. So even though the actuator was working and turning, the flap wasn't, because it was off the guide or off that track. Uh, anyway, when I made another video where I can explain how I took this off, how I took the dash out, and but what I was talking, if you wanna take it out or you wanna put it in, that's how you wanna have it. See these contacts right here on the driver's side? There, it's nearly impossible to remove without the dash being on. So if you want to install the dash or you want to remove the dash, you want to have this contact and this contact, you want to have them on. Okay, the only one I have loose, I'm gonna leave loose because it's that one until I put the dash. See, because I'm gonna bring the dash through the passenger side, and I'm gonna slide it under, because the dash has a contact that is attached to it, and so the contact is gonna slide under this one right here, because they set on this cavity, on this vent. So it goes under and sits right there. So if you want to just bring it out this way, you can't, because this one is on the way. So what you can do is you can remove the contacts on the passenger side. Those are a lot easier to remove. The two contacts on the passenger side, leave the driver's side on. And also the other thing, see, the reason for this video was if you want to remove the center console, there's a couple things I want to say. This is really simple to remove, because this is the center console. It just goes like that, and then it has two screws right there, one and another one here. It could have two or three. It doesn't have very many. And you don't have to do undo none of the harnesses right there. It's just the whole piece. Also, you have to detach this cable. That's if you gotta tow the car, and you don't have because see, on these cars, if the car ain't running, it's pretty hard to keep it in park in neutral. It's pretty hard to put it in neutral when the car's not running. So if you gotta tow the car or you want to set it in neutral for any reason, this is the cable. That's neutral right there. That's it, right. That goes right there. Now, for you to access that one, you don't have to remove none of the center console components. Just the. Oh, I think I popped. So. A lot of things. One of the things that people struggle too much with is the shifter. See. Let me explain. It's right there. Okay. See, there's a shifter. If you want to remove the shifter, you can just pop it from here. You can just pop this block cover. But I like to replace it to remove it all the way from here, because when you move from here, and you got more access. So that's on the shifter, and then you can just leave this one right here. Doesn't want to You lift this one, and then it has a screw. It has a screw right there to hold it in place. I think that's a T30. You undo this cover, and then you remove the screw, and then you can just pull the knob out of the way. Okay. And then if you got to replace the shifter, the whole unit, it only has 4 screws right there. You just remove those 4 screws right there. Everything is the top holder sits like that. You don't have to remove this one if you want to remove the center console. I did, but then I noticed that you don't have to. So it's not really necessary to remove the cup holder, but if you want to, it's up to you. Just pry it open. The other thing that you're gonna do, if you bring the seats all the way to the back, it's gonna have it has 2 screws, one on this side and one on the other. Those are 10 millimeter, 10 metrics. You remove those 2 screws, and then you remove the ones over here on this side. You remove the one on the other side, and then you remove the ones that we were talking right here. And that's the harness. This is for the edge pack. This is for the screen. So this is by the way, this is for the daylight sensor that goes right here in the center of the dash, runs all the way through there. But basically this harness clips right there. That one goes there. These 2 go together. These 2 go together, and this one goes here at the edge. That one goes right there in the back for the edge back. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna see if I can record the way how to install the dash, because it doesn't have very many. It doesn't have that many connectors. I know it kind of looks like too much, but it's not really that much. No. That's for the cluster. That's for the speaker on the side. Then it has another one over there, which is for the other speaker. And well, this is the ignition switch. You're gonna remove this one. You just get from behind the dash. It has 3 clips. You press on this. You press these clips. Then it has another one here at the bottom. You can press one at a time and then kind of push it outwards, and then just keep working your way around, and it's gonna come out. Okay. Like I said, I'm gonna see if I can record the installation of the dash, but if not, we'll see what happens. Okay, here's the dash. This is the most critical position. Most critical part, I think, to me. See, I was talking like we leave the screw out on this side for the driver's side contact. So we leave the screw out, and also you leave I think there's another clip that's a plastic. You want to leave that one out too, so it gives you more room to play with. Now, as I'm holding this, I'm gonna try to bring this contact. It's under. Right. Okay, got that one. Now let's see if we can just let it in. Now, if you have some assistance, it's way better. But in my case, I don't have any. Okay. Now, before I install that one, before I install the dash, before I set it in place, This is the harness for the daylight. It runs through. That's good. Okay. That one has a clip that goes. There's a hole right there, and that thing's goes right here. That keeps it from flickering all over. This one's just okay. That's the daylight sensor that's in. Now let's do the side over here. So it's pretty much in place. This is lining up. That one goes right there. The other thing I want to check is my airbag. That's for the screen. That's the screen. Now let's get the ones for the speaker. Goes through. Right there. Okay, I got the one for the speaker. I gotta get the other one on that side, and then the other thing we have to get, it's this one has a guide here in the center. We have to line it up in order for it to go in. Okay. Okay, I got the other side lined up. Now here's the airbag. It's in place. Yeah, that's where it's gonna be. Then you can put your 10 metric here. This one is not all the way in. Okay, that's how it's supposed to look. Okay, I'm gonna put those screws right there. I'm gonna put the screws for the airbag. Also, I'm gonna put the well for the glove box. I'm gonna go all the way around and start doing all the screws. But if it was done. Now the other thing that this I almost forget to mention. Now that this thing is in place, see, you can play with it now and put the contacts back in place, and then you can install the contacts back in place on the passenger side. So I'm gonna pass it right now, and then I'm gonna put them on, and then we go from there. Now with the dash being held up, we can go ahead and install the contacts on the passenger side. This one has one screw there, another one right here. The tab has to, this tab right here goes under that one, goes under this one, so this one goes first and then that one. Because if you can see, this is what I was talking about. This is attached to the dash, this contacts right here, and the screws are upside down, so it's impossible to detach them with the dash being on. There. That one is under. This one sits. Doesn't go here. It goes right here. There's a. That one's on. This one goes just like that. Screw here. Screw right there. And another clip. This one goes right in there to hold them together. Okay. And then we can bring this one down to its position on the driver's side. That one goes right there, like that. Okay.